Brokers are faced with an unprecedented amount of change, and as a result, they're going to have to manage this market change. We see these changes focused in three key areas. The first is the liquidity environment, which is evolving. The second is a rise in the cost of doing business, and the third is transformation in the market infrastructure. So when it comes to the liquidity, this change is mostly driven by the fact that buy sides are using more and more as part of their day-to-day strategies derivatives products, be they ETD or OTC, and as a result you have a switch, if you like, of the liquidity between cash equity markets and derivatives markets. You also have an influence of the high frequency trading, which means that volumes are going to go up in terms of the number of transactions, but this doesn't necessarily result in a rise of revenue for brokers, because the lot size is decreasing and the margins are also decreasing. So you have to manage more volumes in terms of transactions without necessarily having the revenue to back this up. The second aspect is a rise in the cost of doing business, which is mostly being driven by regulatory changes such as the Dodd-Frank Act or EMIR in Europe. These changes, of course, would result in compliant costs for firms, but importantly, a key aspect is that they increase the amount of collateral or initial margin that's going to be required to cover OTC positions, which is going to become probably the key cost or the key center of cost for firms going forward. The third key area where we see changes occurring is in terms of the market infrastructure. This is mostly driven by regulatory changes such as Dodd-Frank Act or EMIR again. This is because these regulatory changes would result in the creation of new entities or new actors in the OTC marketplace, such as CCPs, CEFs, or swaps data repositories. So what this means for firms is, of course, they would have to connect, on top of connecting to their client, they would also have to establish connectivity with these new entities, which of course would have implications in terms of IT or operational costs. In conclusion, these combined changes result in a complete transformation of the marketplace for brokers, and as a result, they need to adapt to these changes and essentially manage market change. They can do so in three key areas. So the first one is to establish and maintain connectivities with new or existing entities. The second is to improve efficiency with more efficient systems or operational processes. And the third aspect is to reduce risk by establishing best practices or improve audit requirements in order to be able to, well, first comply with regulations, but also reduce risk in an environment where volatility could spike up.